Hello everyone, welcome back. Savert is here, coming back with part 15 of What If Deku Had the Ultimatrix. And when we last left off, Izuku were helping Eri to train by the help of Stain so she can control her quirk. But after that, Izuku come back to the hideout he with Eri and make a clone of himself. So that clone could be stay with Eri for the next week because he want to go to Tartarus for reasons that you will gonna understand right now. After that, Izuku giving up going to UA and everything. After sending him to Tartarus, he meet one of his oldest enemies, Kaneki, Eye Patch, the ghoul, whatever you want to call him, the one that he defeated in his first days of vigilante. And he meet another one, Two-Face. Didn't think that Izuku is actually the ultimate vigilante albedo, but after a couple of throwing punches and kicks around and fighting with food, he made sure that everyone know that he actually albedo. And now we continue off after Izuku waking up in his cell. The guy, why I always forget their names, god damn it. The security or the police come to his cell, said, "Wake up, inmate, it's time to wake up." As Izuku said, "No, for 5 minutes, I need other 5 minutes." As the security said, "Get up already, inmates, this is not a hotel." As Izuku said, it's my vacation, right?" As the security said, "Well, let's see how you will gonna enjoy this." As he go to hit Izuku jump above his head and kicking him in his helmet, making him fall on the ground. The other security take out his teaser, or the gun, the electric gun. He said, "Stop this, inmate." As Izuku said, "Fine, you wake me up. I just wanted another 5 minutes of sleeping." Okay, what will I do today?" As he said, "Come on." The other one on the ground said, "Son of a bitch, you asshole." As he go to throw a punch at Izuku, Izuku get down and dodges his punch, and then using his leg making him fall on his face. As Izuku said, "Can you stop doing this? I already wake up, so there is no need from you to do this." As he said, "Whatever, let's get him out of here." As they take Izuku away, and we cut into Eri with Izuku number 2, the clown of himself. As Izuku said, "Eri, wake up." As Izuku continues saying, "Eri, wake up. Come on, it's morning." As Eri said, "Big brother, can I sleep a little bit more?" As Izuku said, "Well, what about your training? Don't you want to learn how to control your little quirk?" As she said, "Okay, let me just get ready." As after Eri washing her face and getting ready, she get out of her room and look at her brother cooking. As he said, you are always good at cooking. Who teach you that?" As Izuku said, "Well, my mom, of course." As Eri said, "Your mom? Does that mean I have a mother?" As Izuku said, "Yeah." As Eri said, "Can I see her, please, big brother?" As Izuku said, Hmm, okay. We can see her, but tomorrow, okay? Today we have a meeting with Stain, as she said, okay, big brother. Izuku, after putting the food on the, you know it, the little. Give me a second, guys. After putting the breakfast on the plate and putting it on a. Yeah, I have the worst memory that could ever existed in the humankind. God damn it. The the, the table. Yes. After putting the food on the table, Izuku said, "Well, enjoy it." As Eri said, "Thank you." As she starts eating, and after getting ready, Izuku taking his bag with him with a couple of things. Izuku said in his mind, "Well, Midoriya, the other Midoriya, has started the plan already, so I need to tell the Stain about the next step." After he take air on his back, and he wear right now, you know, his red leather jacket with the black t-shirt with no sleeves. That's thing that he wears when in the training, as he goes to Stain Forest. And Izuku Stain has heard about the news of Izuku Midoriya giving up, as he said, then he started the plan already. Well, let's see how this will gonna end. After that, Izuku finally get into the cavern of Stain, knocking on the door, said, "Stain." As Stain opened the door, saying, "What?" As Izuku said, "Well, you told us to come here today for training Eri." As he said, "Oh, yeah, right. Okay, let Eri change to her training clothes and then come." As he said, "Okay, Eri, come on, wear this." As Eri said, "Okay, big brother." As she goes to wear her UA uniform. And if you're wondering where did Izuku get this, go watch the last part. After that, Eri get changed as he said, "I'm ready." As Stain said, "Well, good, because today you will gonna train about rewinding multiple things at the same time." As she said, "Okay." Stain putting glasses and things like that in front of her, a little bit away. After that, he said, "Focus on two of them this time. Last time you focused on three. Let's start with two." And if you was able to make two rewind into the point they were not breaking in, then continue with three and then forward. You understand, Eri? As Eri said, "Okay, Mr. Stain." As Eri start doing this, her horn getting bigger and start glowing. After that, she starts using her quirk. Izuku telling her to focus, because I won't be always there to tell you to focus, so you need to focus on yourself, Eri. She said, "Okay, big brother." And Izuku leave Eri to train with the battles. She do a good work and go to talk with Stain, as he whisper in Stain ears said, "The plan has begun, Stain." As Stain said, "Really, I know about the plan. What should I do next?" As Izuku gave him advice, as he said, "You know what to do, exactly. Don't act like you don't know what the plan is." As Stan said, "Oh, I just love how you're acting." As Stan continues saying, "Well, after we end up from training Eri, we should make the plan in the next day. Okay?" As uh, Midoriya too said, "Okay, Stain, you should do it, and I will gonna take Eri to meet someone, my mother," as he said. "Your mother? Isn't she under the protection of UA because they are scared of villains trying to kill her?" As Izuku said, "Of course, that's right. But she needs to see her. She asked me about her, so maybe seeing her will change her look a little bit, making her getting a little bit happier knowing that she had a mom." As Tanya said, "For someone that killing villains and heroes and defeated All Might fourth time in a row with other help of heroes and have throwing All For One in the prison and repaired the whole city with the move of his hand. You are a good brother." As Izuku said, "That's a lots of information. And okay, I will gonna go help Eri train." As Izuku come back to Eri, seeing her have already done everything, as Izuku said, Good job, Eri. That was good from you." As he said, "Yeah, what's the next thing that we should do, big brother?" As he said, "Well, we will gonna train your body again." As Eri said, "Damn it." After that, he helped her train a little bit on her body, build, starting running around and things like that, but not something too like stain training level, something that a kid could handle. After that, Izuku go to Stain said, "Well, Stain, we are leaving, and you know what to do." As Stain smiled, saying, "Well, goodbye, Albedo. Goodbye, Eri." As Eri said, "Goodbye, Mr. Stain." After that, they leave, and Stain go into Tartarus, wearing an invisible suit. That's what Izuku gave him. When Izuku take his bag was filled with lots of things, like, of course, things that he took it from the black market and experiment on it and start rebuilding it with the genius mind of gray matter and things like that. He made for Stain an invisible suit. As Stain take it the bag with all the things as he go to Tartarus. This suit are special because it's not only keeping your body invisible, but it's also keeping your body heat under the radar so they don't be able to see your body heat. You know, with the glasses that can see the temperature of whatever. Let's continue. As Stain go close to Tartarus, as he said, "I wonder what I'll be doing there." As Izuku, in the day that were Eri and Stain training, he was just training his body, doing normal things. And when I mean normal things, he was lifting like a lots of weights. Everyone was shocked on how much this kid was lifting up weights. As one of the uh, inmates or the prisoners said, Are your work canceling device are broken or something?" As Izuku said, "No, they are working. See?" As he showed him how much power is left in the quirk canceling device. As he said, "How you even lifting up all this weight?" As Izuku said, "Well, I'm not only..." Wait, let me change the photo. As Izuku said, "Well, I'm not only training my quirk, also my body, because if my quirk has... if I fight Aizawa on, as an example, if I fight Eraserhead, then I'm screwed if I can't throw some punches." As the inmate said, "That's what you're lifting right now is something that people with enhancement quirks are lifting up. Those are very special weights." As he said, "Oh, really?" to be honest, they are not. They are quite, you know, uh, not very. How can I say it? Very strong. I can lift them easy, as he said. "Uh, what kind of training you were training after getting into Tartarus?" As Izuku said, "Well, my training was, you can say it was hell. I was training with Stain, so it's a lots of work to do with him." As he said, "Oh, I understand now. Well, you sure are strong." As Izuku said, okay, can you let me continue my training?" As the inmates leave, Izuku take the day all by training. After that, in the night, Izuku being called for All Might and another person, a three person you can say, as Izuku goes with the core cancelling device on his wrists and his legs. After he finally get into the room, confession room, confessed whatever the room, the room that always they put the prisoners in. As he goes there, as he see three figures: All Might, Nezu, and Night Eye. But Night Eye didn't get, uh, you know, his injury didn't get so good, but he's still able to move. He can move right now, as Izuku said. "Well, hello, All Might, Nezu, and uh, hello again, Night Eye. I see you got a new style, huh?" As Night Eye right now are in bandages, all his body in bandages. The only thing that is appearing is his mouth and his eyes, and he's even still wearing his little glasses. As he said, as Zoku said, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry about the burns. I needed a distraction so I can run away." As Night Eye said, "This is not what we came here to talk about." Nezu said, "Well, Midoriya, we come here to ask you about..." Izuku said, "Let me guess. You want me to uh, what was called to heal All Might injury, right?" As Night Eye said, "You know that I will not gonna let you just leave him without healing." As Izuku said, "I'm not healing him." As All Might said, "Why, young Midoriya? You know quite well what will happen if I get healed up." As Izuku said, "Yeah, I exactly know what will happen. I will just gonna be thrown in Tartarus forever." As Nezu said, "But you are right now in Tartarus." As Izuku said, no, I'm not in Tartarus. Now I'm in vacation, so please stop. If he gets his injury healed up, he will just gonna throw me in Tartarus like nothing." As Night Eye slamming his hand on the table saying, "You know quite well what will happen. People will gonna survive. People will gonna be saved again. A lots of souls will gonna be able to come back to their families. People that are dying right now would be saved by All Might. The symbol of peace will gonna come back. The crime rate will gonna go down like it's never, like fast as hell. And you are the one that can do all of this. But you right now sitting in front of me, telling me that you won't gonna even heal him a little bit." As Izuku said, "Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying." As Night Eye go to throw a punch at Izuku, Izuku dodging it and said, "Your punches are doing nothing. And also, your hands are covered in bandages. So that means that you can't see my future." As Nezu said, calm down, Night Eye." All Might continued saying, "Well, Midoriya, we can, if you healed me, we will gonna cut short your the life in Tartarus. Instead of being forever, we will gonna make it as 10 years. As Izuku said, 10 years instead of living forever. No, I'm still saying no. As Night Eye said, who are you in the hell? And why don't you want to heal him? You brat! His life fell between your hands, and where we talking right now, he's dying. You already done it, so why don't you complete what you started? As Izuku said, shut up. I'm not healing him. And that's my final answer. I doesn't want understand how much you're gonna try. I don't care. Try everything you want. I don't care at all. As Night Eye said, fine. If you want the hard way it is. As Nezu said, calm down, Night Eye. He's just a kid. You can't do that to him. As Night Eye said, I don't care. This kid has killed a lots of people. And right now, he can save a lots of people if he healed All Might. And I will gonna do anything if that will gonna make All Might come back to his old days. As All Might said, Night Eye, I understand your feeling, but you need to stop. What you're doing right now is wrong. As Night Eye said, wrong? Look at me. Look at me. Bandages all around my body. And did you see the dead body of Overhaul? His was white as snow and his eyes were crying with blood. And that kid is the one that did this. And you tell me that I am a monster and I am doing something wrong? No! As Hizuku said, well, calm down there, tiger. As Naita said, you shut the hell up, you brat. Just wait. In the end, you will gonna heal him. As he said, come on, Nezu. All Might, let's leave. As Nezu said, please calm down, Night Eye. It doesn't need to be this way. We can still make him trust us again and things like that, you know. It doesn't need to be that way. As Night Eye said, he already taken his choice, and I don't care. As All Might said, Night Eye, please stop and think with your mind. You always was the best of thinking, so don't start jumping into conclusions and throwing that kid in hell. As he said, throwing him in hell? Did you see how much people that died because of him? And you call me that I'm doing the wrong thing. Sorry, All Might, but I'm gonna do it anyway. When everything will gonna end, you will gonna thank me. As Night Eye calling wait a second, guys. Calling the warden of the prison, saying, Warden, come here. As he come and said, well, Mr. Night Eye, what's the pleasure that you telling me to want me to come? As he said, I want you to do this thing. I want you to do the thing to him that we talked about. As he said, oh, so he didn't agreed about healing All Might, huh? As Night Eye said, yes. So, how about you use your own ways to convince him? As the warden said, with pleasure. As after that, he get into the room. As Izuku said, well, welcome, Mr. Warden. How was your day? As he said, oh, kid, you have fucked up. As Izuku said, ooh, scary. I'm excited. What are you gonna do? As he said, well, boys, come and take him. As the security come into the room and take Izuku away into the farthest part of Tartarus, as everyone's saying that Albedo is going to down, as they say, whispering to each other, and Izuku can hear him saying, oh no, are they really gonna do that? Other one saying, but he's still a kid. what is so important about him they want to take out from him? And Izuku looks at the right, saying, Ken Kaneki, looking directly at him as he said, well, Kaneki, I'll meet you soon. But just let those idiots do whatever they want. I don't actually understand what they want to do with me. As after they take him into the room, they sit him on the chair as the warden said, well, Midoriya, looks like you fucked up, huh? And you didn't agree to heal All Might injury, right? As Izuku said, yes, your information is right. I don't agree to heal him. As the warden said, I will not gonna try to convince you, but I will gonna use my own ways. As Izuku said, and your own ways are... As after that, Izuku get electrocuted as he starts screaming, saying, ah! 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 After that, they stop the lightning as they say, the warden said, well, are you gonna heal his injury? As Izuku starts laughing, saying, is that all what you got? Pathetic. As he starts shocking him again, and Izuku laughing, saying, this is fun, more, more. As the warden saying, what the hell is wrong with you, kid? Oh, that was a very powerful shock, you know. Too bad that I already have expected that you were gonna torture me, so I prepared myself to things like this. As the warden said, well, we will see about that. And if you're wondering how Izuku is taking all this shockwave, well, you know that the quirk cancelling device don't work at him. He using the ability of you know it, feedback to absorb the energy, but is not using that much of his feedback abilities, so his doesn't transform. He's right now, he's looking normal, but his body absorbing this energy, but he still feel a little bit of pain. After that, the warden said, well, we will see how you will gonna have fun when I put your head inside the dirt. As Izuku said, oh, please do that. As after that, they electrocuted him again for a third time, but he's still not speaking. After that, they take him out of the chair and get him into a pool of water. And these water are so freaking cold. As Zuko said, ow, I can feel the how cold this water is from here. As the warden said, well, if you know how this water, how much is cold, then how about you speak and agree to heal All Might? As Zuko said, yeah, no. Throw me in, boys. As they throw him in a cage. Right now he's inside of cage above the pool of where you know it, cold water. As they put him there, Izuku using his overflow alien, but he doesn't transform, but giving him the ability to breathe underwater and to take a little bit you know what, the cold water, how much the water is cold, making his body a little bit above average of getting that cold water into his body. As the warden, after 1 minute, he said, get him out, boys. As they get him out, as Izuku said, well, that was a very cold, but I'm still not speaking or not confessed enough. As the warden, getting angry, said, throw him again, boys, for 5 minutes. And you, Albedo, if you want to get out, then just ring the bell. As he said, you can take, I want to ring it. As the warden said, Well, we will see about that. As they throw him again in the water, and after that, the warden, after 5 minutes, the warden said, "He didn't ring the bell. Did he die? Come on, get the cage up." As they get it up, as Izuku looking at them saying, "Well, you know, you should put a new cold water. This water start to get warm. Maybe you should put a new things there." As the warden getting angry, saying, "What the hell are you?" As Izuku said, "Well, my name is Izuku Midoriya. I'm 16 years old, and I love chocolate ice cream. And I betrayed you, and become the ultimate vigilante albedo. Is that enough information to you to know who I am?" As the warden getting angry and saying, "Well, we will gonna use the old-fashioned way." As they get him out of the cage and put him in another room where he take three guys. Those guys, every one of them having a very strong uh, enhancement quirk, making their body stronger. As he said, "Well, boys, you know what to do." As they all pump their fists and get ready to punch him. As they say, "Well, Midoriya, are you gonna speak, or should we break your jaw?" As he said, "Break my jaw." As they start punching him in the face and stomach, Izuku starts throwing blood, but his body is strong because you can say he is using the thick skin of Ultimate Humongosaur. So he doesn't really get that much damage, but into a degree that he can feel a little bit of pain. As Izuku said, spilling them, spitting some blood, saying, "Is that all what you got? You should train more on your quirks, you know?" As they get angry and start kicking him with their legs after throwing him on the ground. After a couple of kicks and things, the warden come to him saying, "Are you gonna heal him or not?" Izuku smiled at him saying, "How about you heal him instead? I'm not using my quirk on him." In, as this warden said, "Ah!" He starts throwing kicks at Izuku's face as he said, "Come on already! Come on! Come on! Just heal him for the hell! Heal him already! Why are you so insisted?" As he continues saying this, as he continue kicking Izuku's face, as Izuku laughing, saying, "Oh, your kicks are even weaker than them. What are you? Are you quirkless or something?" As the warden said, "No. My quirk is something that I will gonna leave it for tomorrow." As Izuku said, "Well, I wish we could have fun tomorrow." As after that, the warden said, "Come on, boys, take him out of the cell, and let's throw him back into his room." After that, they take him out. Everyone in the prison saying, "He must already dead by now. He took a lots of hours there." As Kaneki in his head said, "That kid, he's not from the kind that he will just gonna give up that easily. I'm sure he's still alive." As after that, they open the door and everyone can see Izuku with blood on his face and his body smiling. As he said, "Hello everyone, I'm back." As they say, "What the hell happened to you?" As he said, "Well, they electrocuted me, throw me in cold water, and then start punching me. And they are preparing something special today. The warden said that he will gonna use his quirk. So I'm excited to know what he's gonna do." As everyone getting chilled down their spine, saying, "He's gonna use his quirk on you? Kid, you better speak before he do that." As he said, "What? Why are you talking like that?" As they said, "Kid, just speak for the hell. You don't want to know what he gonna do to you." As he said, You're interesting me. I really want to know. So I'm not gonna speak. As they said, kid, you don't know what we're talking about. We already saw it a lot of time. Just please give up and speak. As he said, nope. As he see Kaneki. As Kaneki said, well, I expected that you're gonna stay alive. As Izuku said, hey Ken, how's it going? Did you miss me? As Ken said, somehow. To be honest, I will say the truth. I quite missed you. As Izuku said, oh, Ken, looks like we are starting to get in friendship, huh? As he said, I'm not your friend. As Izuku said, you will be at one point of the time. As they throw him in his cell. And after that, the next day come. The wardens in the morning get into Izuku cell saying, well, Midoriya, today is your special day. But before that, All Might and Nezu and Night I want to speak with you. At Izuku right now, he covered in bandages all around his face, and there is a bandage on his right eye. As he said, oh, okay, let me speak with him. As they take him into the the room where All Might and Nezu and Night Eye there, as they see what's happened to Midori, as they All Might said, young Midori, what's happened to you? As Izuku said, well, let me remember. The warden has electrocuted me alive for about 3 hours with 650 volts or something like that, maybe in thousands. I don't know, but after that he threw me in the water so cold that it's like, how much it was? It's like was under the zero or something, minus 20. I don't actually remember, for 5 minutes, and then he started beating me for the next 2 hours. As All Might looking at Night Eye saying, Night Eye, what are you done? What have you done? Look at him. As Night Eye said, then look at me. As Night Eye still having a lot of bandages, more than Izuku having right now. As All Might said, that doesn't mean anything. He's a kid and you made the warden torturing him. As Night Eye said, well, yeah, if that will gonna make you come back to your old days, that I'm gonna do that. As All Might said, you need to stop this right now, Night Eye. As Night Eye said, I'm sorry, All Might, but you are a hero, and you don't have any control on Tartarus prison. The only one that have control here is the warden, and he want to torture Izuku, so he will do it. As Nezu said, please Night Eye, try think again about what you're doing. As Night Eye said, I'm sorry Nezu, but I will do it. As Nezu, okay. Well, Midoriya, can you please heal All Might so Night Eye, the warden, can stop torturing you? As Izuku said, nope, I'm actually having fun. And he was gonna prepare something special for me today, so I really want to try it out. He said he will gonna use his quirk. So I'm quite intrigued. I need to know what's his quirk. After that, All Might said, young Midoriya, I respect your strong will and your determination, but look at yourself. If they continue doing what they're doing to you right now, you will die. As Izuku said, yeah, whatever. Well, is that all what you want? Because I really want to know what he will do. As All Might, young Midoriya, what's happened to you? I still remember the day that you were in UA. You were the best student of mine, and so smart, so strong, so innocent, and so helpful. You were just perfect. What have changed you? As Izuku said, you already know what's changed me. And about talking about that, what happened to Bakugo? I really didn't see him from a long time. Do you know anything that happened to him? Well, then Nezu said, well, Bakugo has been get expelled of UA for a couple of weeks for what he did. As Izuku said, just a couple of weeks. Is that all? As Alma said, I'm ready to give him another chance, even if he did all these horrible things to you. And maybe one day when you come back to he will gonna say sorry to you. As Izuku said, he won't do that, I know him. And I'm not going back to UA. As after that night I said, fine. Warden, as the warden come to the room saying, yes, Night Eye. Night Eye answering said, get him out of here. As he said, with pleasure. Boys, as this as they took Izuku away, as everyone said, screaming in their cells, saying, come on, speak already, Midoriya. Albedo, they call him Albedo because they respect him. He defeated a lots of criminals there, so they respect him. As they say, come on, Albedo, just speak already, you don't want to know. As he said, I want to know, I want to know. As Kin looking at him saying, well, it was nice seeing you, meeting you, Albedo. As Izuku said, well, we will gonna meet again, don't worry. After that, they get him into the room, and the warden are there alone. Everyone are out because they don't want the warden to do the same thing to them. As the warden said, well, young Midoriya, you asked me about my quirks, so I will gonna answer your question. As Izuku said, oh, please tell me. I'm dying to know. As the warden said, you will die after a little bit of a second if you didn't speak. As Izuku said, no, I want to die. As the warden said, well, I will gonna grant you that wish. As the warden said, well, young Midoriya, my quirk is called Fear Factor. As Izuku said, ooh, that's quite interesting. What does it do? As the warden said, well, easy enough. It can make other people feel their worst fears in front of them. By only looking at their eyes. As Izuku said, oh, that's quite interesting. After that, the warden said, so, do you have any last wishes? As Izuku said, I wish that you will die. As the warden said, we will see who will die. As the warden gets hold of Izuku's face and then looking directly into his eyes starting going all black as he said, it was nice meeting you, Izuku Midoriya. Goodbye. As Izuku starts looking at his eyes, starts screaming, saying, screaming just in the hardest way as possible. But Izuku, after that, from fear, he transformed his face into... Unconsciously, he transformed his face into cage face, and his cage immediately get opened, revealing his face to the warden. As the warden starts screaming, no, please, no, not that, get back, as Izuku break the chains and get hold of the warden face, as he make him look very close into his face, as the warden start getting so scared too much that his eyes start bleeding and his skin turn white. And from outside the cell, the guys are just hearing screams, but they don't know that is the warden. As one of them said, I feel a little bit bad for that kid. As the other security said, well, he didn't, he chose this. Oh, that's another one on the list, huh? As the other security said, well, yes. As they still hearing the scream in the room, after a couple of seconds, Izuku leave his face and the warden fall on the ground dead. As Izuku de-transform his face. And if you're wondering, there is no cameras there because anyone that look directly into the warden eyes or the eyes of the person that's looking directly into the warden eyes, he will just gonna also feel that fear. After a couple of seconds, the security said, well, looks like it's done, huh? As he said, I don't really want to see this. As the other security said, come on, you know that we have to do it. Okay, bro. As they get into the room and turn on the light, they see the warden on the ground with his body all white and his hair is white also as now, and his eyes are bleeding. And they see Izuku on the chair looking at the warden body. And after that, he raised his head in front of him, smiling with a big grin on his face, saying, well, that was funny enough. Oh man, that was the best thing that I ever felt in a lots of time. Fear. It's really a very strong weapon, huh? And they get back a little bit saying, how are you even alive? As he said, easy enough. It's my own secret, you can say. I have a very intimidating face after all. As the security ring you know, the danger, the danger, uh, press the button to make an alarm as all the, securities come into the room and all the little prisoners looking, saying, what's happened there? I mean, King Kaneki said, well, he sure is dead, but I don't know why they pressed the alarm button. As after that, they get Izuku out of there. Everyone's seeing him, and he's smiling and his face is smiling, and everyone putting their guns in his head directly. And they put on his eyes a little bit of blindfold because they don't want to see what's inside his eyes, because the effect of the warden stay a little bit even after he stopped. So they all sing his albedo out of the cell as they say, he's alive, everyone, he's alive. As all the criminals start getting so hyped up, they say, albedo, 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 and just knock on their cells as everyone is just so saying, how did he even get alive? After that, they look behind, saying, the warden dead body, and the warden dead body. As they say, he killed the warden. He just killed the warden. And everyone just getting so excited. Everyone, even someone in a cell, saying, that albedo kid. Oh, he's so interesting, isn't he? Oh my god. I really wish that I could meet him again. And after that, Izuku hearing from his right side saying, good, you didn't die. As Izuku said, Ken, my old friend, how's it going? As he said, not good. But for you, looks like you're happy, huh? You killed the warden, and all the prisoners here are screaming with your name. As he said, well, looks like I have a new couple of fans, huh? As Ken's smile said, well, see you around, Albedo. As he leave him, they get him back to his cell. After that, and the next day, they call Night Eye, saying, as the Night Eye said, what is it? Did he want to finally uh, heal All Might? As the security said, no, Mr. Night Eye. As Night Eye said, is he dead? I told you not to kill him. As the security said, no, no, not that, Mr. Night Eye. He's still alive. Night Eye said, well, what is it? It's the warden. He's dead. As Night Eye said, he's dead? How? Isn't he was going to use his quirk on Midoriya? As he said, yes. But when the scream stopped, we find the warden dead on the ground, just like Overhaul was. White skin as snow and eyes bleeding. As Night Eye getting angry, saying, why is he not? Whatever. Just tell me if anything new happened, okay? As he said, yes, Mr. Night Eye. As they closed the phone, Izuku coming back to his room or cell. After that, in the middle of the night, someone away from Tartarus, that one being Stain, playing with the electric thing in Tartarus and things like that, using the virus that Izuku gave him. As he said, well, let's see what Midoriya have for me. As he using one of the, the thing that turned everything around it into, turn the electricity, stop the electric thing from working. He using it with a virus which make Izuku cameras and cells turn off, and his quirk cancelling device also turn off. As after that said, thanks Dane. As he blitzed, as one of the security are moving around the cells because it's his shift, night shift. As he seeing in front of him Izuku cells cell, and after that the door blitzed off and the security come back a little bit. As he said, what the hell? As he see Izuku getting out of his room with his, he's the prisoner that, the orange clothes that the prisoners usually wear, and the number 999 on his left side of his cloth. As he said, well, thanks of with a little bit of help of outside, I think my vacation has ended. As the security go to call everyone, but Izuku runs at him, throwing a punch with his right arm using the power of four arms, knocking the security out. As everyone looking through their windows saying Albedo are out of the cell with a red magma left arm, this arm being the arm of Heat Blast. As they start knocking on their doors, as Izuku looking around saying, no, not you, not you, not you, as he find the cell that he want to open. As he said, yes, you. And Izuku opened this cell being the cell of Kaneki. As Ken said, Albedo, what are you doing here? As he said, well, getting you out, of course. After that, Izuku throw fire at his quirk cancelling device. As Izuku said, well, are you coming or not? As Ken said, why are you getting me out of here? As Izuku said, well, you will understand in the end. Just come with me. As Ken said, well, if I can get out of here, then I will come with you. As he starts using his Kaneki and run with Albedo. Security pressed the alarm button which is called to you A also, into All Might. They call All Might, say, All Might, Albedo is out, young Midoriya is out. As he's right now with Nezu talking about. Izuku said, What? He's out of his cell? How? That's impossible. And after that, saying, Well, we don't know. He gets Ken Kaneki out with, and he's out as a fire being blasted at the little security. As Izuku said, taking the phone, saying, Hello, All Might. Are you on the phone? As All Might said, Young Midoriya, how did you get out? As he said, Well, my vacation has ended, so I will gonna come back to my house. As he destroyed the phone, and Ken said, You're so, you're very annoying, you know? As Izuku said, Well, of course. I love to make other feel so idiots around me. As Ken said, Well, we will gonna talk after we get out of here. As Izuku said, No, not yet. I have someone other in mind. As Ken said, You want to get other one out of here? As he said, Not exactly. As a lots of security come in front of them saying, Freeze! Don't move! As Izuku said, How about you, Freeze? As he transformed his right arm into big shell arm, throwing ice at them, freezing them in their places. As Kin Kaneki using his Kaneki, jumping left and right, throwing his tentacles on them, punching them around. As Izuku told him before to not kill anyone, or he will kinda kill him because some reasons. As Kin said to him, Well, I don't know why don't you want me to kill anyone, but okay. After that, he knocked everyone off. As Izuku said, Good work, Ken. As Ken said, Whatever. What is that guy that you want me to get? As he said, Well, he's right in front of us. As Ken seeing the cell number 0. As he said, You're not serious, right? As Izuku said, I'm 100% serious. Can you open it for me, please? As Ken saying, Okay. As he using his tentacles break the door down, and the alarm is still going. And the extra power, how the red lights start to get in. As after that, the one that in the cell seeing Kin Kaneki said, Well, Kin Kaneki, what's the pleasure that you got to me here? As Ken said, It's not me, it's him. As he got out of the way, revealing Izuku with his normal hand. His clothes are burned off, of course, because he's right now clothed with no sleeves because it's burned from the heat. As he said, Well, 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 welcome. We meet again, aren't we? All for one? As All for One smiling, saying, Albedo, what's the pleasure that you get here for me? Well, Albedo, what is it the pleasure that you come here for me? Did you consider my offer of being my successor? As Izuku said, Shut up. I'm not here to being your little puppet. As he said, Well, what's the pleasure? As Izuku said, Well, of course, killing you. And All for One said, Killing me? What's killing me will gonna grind you? You come to end your work, huh? You know, I still feel pain from that punches that you throw at me in that day. But after I know that, after I fall unconscious and they get me here, I notice that you are actually rebuild everything that I destroyed. Uh, it was really hard to destroy all that thing, you know, using all this energy to destroy the city is a very hard work. As Albedo said, Shut up. I'm here to kill you. So, do you have any last words? As All for One said, Well, I have a quite last words. As he said, what these words? As he said, behind you. As from behind, the punch going right in front of Izuku's face. As Izuku getting punched, throwing in the side of a wall. As this one being All Might. As All Might said, young Midoriya, what are you trying to do? As Izuku get out of the wall saying, isn't it obvious I'm trying to kill him? As All Might said, why are you trying to kill him? I know he's a villain, but why? As Izuku said, I promised someone that I will gonna kill him for all what he done. To be honest, I wanted to torture him, but he don't have eyes, so my transformation won't work on him. As All For One saying, oh, what a pleasure. The symbol of peace, All Might, and the kid that defeated me, two of them, both of them are right now in front of me. Is this some sort of a little, why, you know, a little thing for me to watch? Because I'm quite getting bored here, alone with all this thing on my face. As All Might said, shut up, All For One. As Izuku goes to throw a punch at All Might. As All Might dodging it and throw a punch at Izuku's stomach, saying, young Midoriya, stop what you're doing right now. As he said, never. As he go flying at All Might, and All Might going to throw a punch, but Izuku going under that punch and then transforming his hand into ultimate wrath right arm, and then stab it into All Might injury, making All Might spill a lots of blood. All For One saying, "Ooh, that must hurt, isn't it, All Might?" As All Might fall on the ground, as Izuku kicking him in his face, throwing him on a wall, saying, "Now watch and shut up." As from he transformed his right arm into the arm of Diamond Head, blocking the entrance. And Ken's still there, but he get punched by All Might, which making him being knocked out. As Izuku said, well, now we are here alone. As All Might said, young Midori, please stop. If you did this, I will never be able to. As Izuku said, stop talking. You, from all people, know exactly what will happen if he died. The villains will gonna lose hope. They will gonna get, all of them will gonna get split up. They will gonna eat each other until everyone is dead, like animals, which will gonna make the crime rate get down even higher. Isn't that what you want? And I know exactly that you want to kill him. Isn't that right, All Might? As All Might de- going to his small might form because of the pain. As he said, please, young Midoriya, just stop. As Izuku spill on on All Might's face, saying, what a symbol of peace are you. As All For One laughing, saying, oh my god, you kid are just the best, aren't you? You give me the best show that I could ever ask for. You just splits on All Might face, and this is like, what's the time this is that you defeated him? The fifth time that you defeated him in a row. God damn it, All Might, you sure are getting weaker, aren't you? As All Might are now can't even speak. Izuku goes to him, saying, well, All For One, any last words for real this time? As he said, join me. As Izuku eyes widen, saying, never. As he cut off the oxygen things on All For One face, as he said, I'm not gonna kill you. The way the loss of oxygen will gonna do that. I will just gonna record this as you dying right now. As Izuku take his phone after getting it out from getting his phone back, he starts recording everything as All For One starts saying, "You brat, you, you ass." As Izuku said, "Well, villains, look, your simple of fear are dying right now, and I am the one that killed him. Or not technically not me, but the loss of oxygen will do." As almost said, "Stop, young Midori." As Izuku split said, "You shut up." But he doesn't show everyone the All Might small form because he doesn't want the villains to run free in the street. As he said, "Well, look at that. Your simple of fear are now dying." As All For One saying, "He can't, I can't breathe." As he said, "What did you said? Say it much louder. Does the cat eat your tongue or something?" As he said, as All For One, his head goes down. As Izuku said, "Well, he's dead. The simple fear himself, All For One, has died in this day by the hand of the ultimate vigilante Albedo and by the help of Kin Kaneki." As he throw the little, camera at Ken saying, "Hey Ken, give me a photo with him." As Izuku put his hand around All For One and give a symbol of peace, with his fingers and smile as he said, "Make sure that I don't blink." As Ken said, "Okay." As he take a photo for him. And Izuku said, "Oh man, this photo is so ugly." As Ken said, "Why?" As Izuku said, "All For One has blinked." As Ken said, "This not funny." As Izuku said, "It's funny. I saw you smile." As after that, All Might still there, unconscious, Izuku said, "Well, Ken, are we gonna leave?" As he said, "Okay, but I need to get my mask back." As he said, "Oh, I already get it back. Here." As he throw him the mask, saying, "When did you get it?" As Izuku said, "Don't ask, don't question it. Let's get out." As he hold out his hand for Ken, as Ken said, as Ken put his hand in Izuku's arm, and then they go under the ground, face through the ground, and appear on one of the roof of the buildings are a little bit far from Tartarus. As Stain said, "Well, did the plan work out?" As Izuku said, "Yes, perfectly." As and I got a new friend, maybe a new partners, maybe a new partner. As Ken said, "You know that you tried to kill me before, right?" As Izuku said, "Well, yeah, I know that, but the look on your face." As Ken said, "What's look?" As he said, "That look of someone that he doesn't want to eat anymore, right?" As Ken eyes wide and saying, "What do you mean?" Izuku continues saying, "Your quirk, Ken, it's making you have to eat human flesh, right?" As Ken said, "Yeah, what about it?" Izuku continues saying, "I can't change that." As Ken eyes wide and saying, "What? How can you?" "I can't change that, Ken. But it will have a little bit of time. If you joined me, I will gonna heal, make you not, make you able to eat human food again. Do you want that?" As Ken said, "Are you lying to me and trying to give me false hopes?" As he said, "No, not at all. What do you say, Ken? Are you with me?" As Ken said, "Okay, I'm with you." As Izuku said, great, come on, let's come back to my hideout. As Dane said, are you really gonna take him? You know he's a villain. Izuku said, he's not a villain. His quirk made him do these things. Hunger for eating. Do you ever felt hungry in your life, Stain, and knowing what you're gonna do just for eating something? As Stain said, okay, whatever, I'll be though. As the three of them jumping on the roof. In the end, Izuku getting to his hideout. As Ken said, Izuku told Ken to be quiet, okay? As Ken said, okay. And after that, Izuku and Eri are playing video games right now. As Eri said, come on, I'm gonna beat you. As Izuku said, no, I will beat you, of course. As after that, Izuku number 2 getting a message from Izuku number 1 saying in his head, go make Eri go into her room for a little bit, because I don't want her to see us split up, okay? As he said in his mind, okay. As Eri by that time she defeated him. As she said, yay, I defeated you. As he said, okay, Eri, could you go for your room a little bit? I have a special guest that I want to make him come here. As he said, okay, big brother. And when I get ready, I will gonna knock on your door, okay? As he said, okay. As she go to her room, and after that, Izuku number 2 opened the door. Albedo saying, Ken saw two of Izuku as he said, wait, there's two of you? And Izuku said, the first Izuku said, yes. The other one said, no. The first one saying, it's my quirk. The other one saying, we can split up. The first one, at any time we want. The second one saying, and it's just a little trick that I use. As after that, the both of them bump fists together, and the other Izuku come back to Izuku body as he said, finally, I feel complete. As Ken said, okay, that was weird. As Izuku said, well, welcome here, Ken, to my little hideout. Feel like you're in home, okay? As Ken said, okay. As after that, Izuku knocked on Eri door saying, Eri, come out. As Eri said, come on, I'm coming, big brother. As she's looking, said, where is the guest? As she see Ken, the white hair kid, with the one, he doesn't use his eyes, left black and red eyes right now. As he said, is this your little sister? As Izuku said, yeah, it's Eri. She's my little sister. As Eri's still hiding behind Izuku, like saying, who's this, big brother? As he said, this is Ken, my new friend, and he will gonna join me. As Eri said, okay, is he good? As Izuku said, looking at Ken eyes saying, well, he been forced to be bad, but he's good inside. As Eri said, should I go to say hello to him? As Izuku said, not now, Eri. Go to your room and sleep. I have some work with Stain and Ken here, okay? As she said, are you not gonna read me a story? As Izuku said, not right now, Eri. I have a lot of work to do, but tomorrow I will gonna get you to see my mother, huh? As she said, okay. As she gave her big brother a kiss on his cheek, said, okay, big brother, I'm gonna go to sleep. As Izuku said, okay. as she go to her room and close the door. As Ken said, "It's so innocent." "Is this really your sister?" As Zuko said, "It's my sister. Even if we are from a different blood, even we don't have the same blood, we still a brother and a sister." As Ken said, "Well, how you will gonna make me stop eat human flesh?" As Zuko said, "Well, how about you take a rest and tomorrow we will gonna talk about that." And Stain said, "Yes, Albedo. Thanks for the help." And Stain asked him, did it?" As Izuku said, "Yes, I killed him." As Stain smiled, saying, "Well, let's see how the villains will gonna work now." As Izuku said, "You can sleep on the couch. Or I will gonna talk with you about or you can sit on the couch, Ken. I will gonna talk about the way that I'm gonna use my quirk to make you stop eat human flesh." As Ken said, "Okay, Albedo." And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me, how do you think Izuku will be able to make Ken stop eat human flesh? And is Ken gonna join them or not? And what will happen after All Might gets that stab from Izuku in his wounds? Well, see you on the next part. Severed was here.